Hello.
Hello. Dobar den.
Oh, Strasti.
Zdravé.
How did we get here?
How did we get here?
Just as an idea of the timelines, in the back of our minds we always had the idea of moving to Thailand or Bulgaria, but we kind of thought we'd be moving back to Germany for a few years first to save some money.
Yeah.
But it was only really from about July, August of 2022 when we said, okay, let's do it now. Because our then home office job asked us to come back to the office once a week. We said, no. Well, I guess then we're leaving now.
Hard pass, not doing it.
We had heard it out that he didn't have a driving license yet. So we put all our energy into that first. Basically learning through YouTube and practice. He scored himself that license in December and we practiced right away, visiting Germany and my family for Christmas and New Year's. Then basically saying, okay, well that worked out well, you are able to drive long distances, let's just pack up. I had in the meanwhile scored myself a remote job, so I felt really secure that once we're here I can at least keep up the income. Spoiler alert, I was made redundant as soon as you put in the offer for the house. But that's a different story. From about January, February, we started seriously decluttering. We knew we couldn't really take a lot because we had nowhere to go. So
Also, I didn't really want to take a lot, but that's more my stance on it.
yeah, I guess.
It helped mentally as well to just declutter everything that we've been dragging along for years, but that's again another video. I guess.
Yeah, it was very difficult for me.
Wagwan, Rastaman.
It was very difficult for me to get rid of stuff. So we did still have to book some storage, put personal items in there. Yeah, got rid of all our furniture and
Give it all to charity.
gave it all to charity.
Some the charity didn't want. Whatever. For camping.
We took apart all our furniture, but we left the TV still here. Packed it up in the morning.
Yeah.
And the TV is going to charity. Poor Lily is very worried and she misses her couch. Our storage was picked up. We basically left.
We booked. We left. We left around 7 p.m. that night.
Left the country. Happy too.
Very happy too. Very happy. Yeah, we were just like, celebrating all the way.
Just quickly moved to Netherlands. We had no beef with the Netherlands. We aimed for Germany right away. I had to work the next day still, so we spent 2 nights in an Airbnb in, let me Offenbach, I want to say.
Yeah, we'll have to recheck that. It's been a while. It was super awesome.
Yeah, that was lovely. And so we just worked there.
And then when we were off again, we had already plans to go to
Anna's first.
Anna's.
We met my bestie at her workplace in Göttingen. Went for a little walk there. Then on to my mum and brother and had dinner there.
The Erzgebirge,
in the
close to the Czech
Erzgebirge.
Republic.
And on to our favourite
Wait.
Airbnb.
Oh yeah, sorry. I almost interrupted you because I thought you were going to skate right over that.
God no, our favourite Airbnb.
Okay.
At Elkes and in Johann and we were awoken
by a winter wonderland.
I went to Wonderland. So Marsha got to have another big play and walk.
Yeah, never. We in all the time that we had Marshall, we never really had snow. Not like that.
Yeah.
A little bit here and there. But he was just so happy. You'll see anyway.
It was Lily's first time in the snow.
First time was also very funny.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
For anyone who's new to the channel, Marsha was unfortunately taken from us within the first couple of months of arriving to the country. But yes, we're still very happy that he got this experience. And he was a very happy boy that day. And even still, he loved going back in the car because Marsha loved car rides.
Marshall especially loved Mazda. Yeah. I had a real love for that car.
Off
Anyway,
we went in that blizzard.
that blizzard. Over the mountain, because Johann Georgenstadt it kind of goes like this and then it's into the Czech Republic. And it was just, wow.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah. I don't think we have too much footage of that.
Yeah, no, because I was driving and he was probably trying to film a little bit.
Yeah.
We threw in whatever we have.
Yeah.
And then it stopped pretty soon after. I mean, there was still kind of some waves of snow going through the Czech Republic. We drove through there.
Very quickly.
Very quickly. It was beautiful though.
Yeah.
Then Slovakia, we had another stop. We went for a nice walk there in the afternoon.
But also just drove straight through.
That was a long day of driving.
Okay, Franz is doing her third border of the day. Alex is being very lazy.
We went to Hungary, which was still nice, but already
We were
getting
hungry.
dark. We were hungry in Hungary. We had, did we have chili cheese bites or something? No,
We
fish
went to
bites?
Burger King in Hungary, and that was quite a trip because Hungarian is a very, very strange language. Even more so than Bulgarian. Bulgarian is actually fairly easy to understand. Not easy to understand, but I don't know. Hungarian looks like alien to me. So please forgive me. Anyway, yeah, we had Burger King there. By the side of the road, and
Did we have a fish burger? I don't
yeah,
know.
fish burger and
Something
chili
like that.
cheese bites and something like
Ah,
that.
did we have chili cheese bites?
Yeah, we did.
Wow, we had been waiting for them since New Year's Eve. Anyway, so
Kept driving.
Kept
It was
driving,
a
yeah.
long day.
We had originally planned to go through Serbia, and where we would have had one night there and then another night in the west of Bulgaria. But then we changed, but I mean that made our itinerary pretty crazy, meaning that we didn't have a night booked for the Saturday night. We were just driving through the whole night and had a Sunday night booked in Romania. And that was tough, and you weren't happy.
It was, in hindsight, I would like to have had an extra stop because at that point we were both running ragged. We were driving and the weather coming into Romania was horrible. We came to Romania in the middle of the night, early morning, and it was very dark. It was freezing rain. And there we were just stuck in between these massive trucks. It was just a column of trucks. And constantly taking over, and it would be these serpentine roads going through small towns.
Driving in Romania is wild. Nobody adheres to the speed limits. Everybody just does what they want. They just take away the signs. Man. It's pure anarchy.
Total anarchy, you called it.
Total anarchy. There's dogs everywhere. We just got chased back in the car. Finally pulled over for a spot to just have a pee, and
The toilets were closed.
toilets were closed.
The dogs didn't even get to pee because the other dogs had chased us away.
It's wild.
And just boulders coming off the side of the mountain, and there was no lights. So that was, for me, who had just been driving for a few months, was extremely stressful. So, but we ended up getting to our Airbnb there, which was a beautiful A-frame. It was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it was quite adventurous.
Yeah, I would have to redo Romania at some point when I'm feeling more relaxed, because I don't feel that we got the right impression.
That was quite a culture shock.
It's quite a culture shock.
So much rubbish everywhere on the roads, and all the stray dogs.
All the stray dogs. So that was difficult. Packs of them. That was the southwest. So we basically came in through the southwest of Romania, and then kind of from the southeast we went into Ruse, Bulgaria, which is where we crossed the border.
And then on a Monday we were supposed to already check in then with a lady into an Airbnb that we were supposed to stay for the month. And she was getting impatient a little bit, and we got quite stressed because we didn't realize how much of Romania was still left till we would find a way to cross the Donau. We hadn't mapped that out very well. There was ferries, but they were on such unreliable schedules. So we thought, okay, we're better off with a bridge.
Yeah, and I think our social anxiety was also getting the better of us at that stage. We were really tired. It was just, always difficult. And then we just decided we're gonna just do a normal land crossing, which also was fairly stressful because there was just so many trucks, and there was just people overtaking on this bridge where there was just one lane, one going out and one coming back, and there was just people overtaking, and it was crazy. It was crazy.
I didn't catch it on video. I was just way too shocked.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
But once we got into Bulgaria, man.
Yeah, it was
It was
such
great.
a change.
Wasn't it a change?
Check it. As this weight lifted off.
It was amazing. And I go, this is Bulgaria, honey. This is your first time here.
Yeah.
And it was. I think immediately there was just a really good impression.
Went to a gas station. Everybody was so friendly and lovely.
And the roads were actually much better than in Romania, to be honest. At that part, anyway.
It was amazing, and it hasn't really changed since. So I'm always so happy and impressed. I mean, the people in Romania were really nice too, in fairness.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how we.
That's how we got here.
That's how we got here. That's how we got to Bulgaria, at least. So, and now we're sitting here. We're sitting in our conservatory. We've come a long way. It's been a whirlwind of events. It's been ups and it's been downs and it's been back and forth. And there's been days where we're just thinking to ourselves, what are we actually doing? There was never a doubt in our mind that we were in the right place. There's never been any desire for us to go back or to a different country at all. We love it here. It's completely different.
I do often joke, when he says like, what are you doing? You can't do it. Says, okay, let's go back to Belgium. He says, not going back to Belgium. What do we want there?
Yeah, I think the cultural shock would be way too big now. Yeah, Bulgaria so far has been very good to us, and I have no complaints. There's just an adjustment period, as there always is. But I would recommend Bulgaria to anybody who is looking for adventure, who likes a bit of wilderness and just room, wide open spaces. It is getting more expensive here, so it's not the same as it used to be, but there are still really good deals to snatch up. If you want to just get your hands dirty, if you want to just, get your teeth stuck in, just do it, really. The community of people that you'll meet here, Bulgarians, as well as the foreigners, the expats,
The immigrants.
It's pretty awesome, at least in our neck of the woods. And so if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired all the time and living in a box in the West and feel like you're being lived instead of actually living, and make change, just do it. Don't sit around waiting. Because if I could have, I would have done this much, much sooner. But, you know, we're here now, so it doesn't matter. But just make that decision. Take that step. Seriously, for your mental health, for your physical health. That's all I can say. Dare to grow.
Dare to grow.
Thanks for watching. It's too close.
Yeah, I really don't know how to start.
We just start. Start is a start.
Every start is a start.
Every start is a start. Well, we just wanted to come on. We are making the video. Scratch that.
Okay, wait. I have spit in my eyes.
Just relax. So this is gonna be in the outtakes.
And
Stressed.
I hope the filter doesn't tell how much I'm sweating right now. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
How did we get here?
how did we get